Hey guys, welcome back. This is Paola of paolaponcenails.com, and today we are going to learn how to create newspaper nail art using gel polish. Now, I got this design idea from Cutepolish way back when I first started my nail career, and today I figured out how to recreate using gel polish. So let's begin. Step number 1, apply your gel base coat. Make sure it's nice and smooth and free of any debris, and you'll go ahead and cure this for at least 30 seconds in your LED light. Next, you'll want to find a light gray color, sort of like a newspaper gray, right? And apply it to your nail. I don't necessarily have a nice newspaper gray, so I'm actually going to make mine. This color by Leaf Gel had a little bit too much brown for me, but it was kind of in a very good ballpark. So all I'm doing is adding a little bit of black to this color on an art palette, mixing it before I apply my first coat on that nail that we just cured with a clear gel base. Apply it smoothly. Make sure it's the gray that you want. If you went ahead and mix your own color, if not, no sweat, just apply the nice light gray that you already have. So your next step is to apply a second coat. Now, I'll caution you, if you're already using a gray and it's fully pigmented and it's that perfect solid gray that you want, then you can actually get away with just applying one coat of that nice solid gray. But if you do have a little bit more translucent gray like I do here, then go ahead and move on to applying a second coat and cure. Remember, you're curing in between layers, after layer 1 and after the second layer. This next step here is completely optional. You will need regular nail polish to do it, and it's kind of unorthodox. You're probably like, wait, what? We're using gel polish, now we're moving on to regular polish. But do not be afraid. This layer of polish that you're going to apply is actually going to cure very, very fast, especially if you're working on all 10 fingers, like on a client or yourself. So take that clear polish, apply it, and then get a lint-free gauze, this kind of pad here that has a little bit of texture, and you're going to press it onto the clear polish to create a little bit of texture through these bubbles. If this step makes you nervous and you're like, wait, no, I don't want to do this, then go ahead and skip it. You don't need it. And this is the clear polish that I'm using, the regular polish that I'm using. I find that this brand cures really, really quick. There's so many quick drying ones out there, so by all means use whatever you have and whatever you want. So your next step is to apply a second coat of clear polish, or your first coat perhaps, right, if you didn't do that optional previous step. Now, if you're working with older newspaper, as it was my case, it was just sitting there, it was kind of old, go ahead and take a little bit of water and spray it like in a spritz bottle, and spray your newspaper so that it's nice and flexible when you go in and apply it onto the nail. Next, you want to saturate the nail, the one that you just painted with the clear polish, with alcohol. So whether that is taking a lint-free pad and pressing it onto that polish, or saturating that nail pad, right, with alcohol and just letting it sit there. Next, you'll want to take your pre-cut newspaper and press it onto that newly saturated with alcohol nail. And you're looking for the newspaper to adhere onto the nail by itself. You don't want it to move. Like if you were to blow on it, you don't want that newspaper to move. You want it to be attached, and that's going to let you know that your transfer is going to be successful, because believe me, I tried this gazillion of times and it didn't always transfer nicely. So the key here is to make sure that your newspaper is nice and flexible, but most importantly, that is actually attaching almost like a decal onto the nail, because then that's going to let you know that you're getting the best transfer. If you feel like your newspaper is too dry or it's not sticking on there, then go ahead and take a little bit more alcohol, and using that pad saturated with alcohol, and in this case it doesn't have to be super wet, so as long as it has some alcohol on it or a little bit more water, just to loosen up that ink off of the newspaper. And again, you're looking for that kind of adhesion that looks like a sticker. So if your newspaper is moving around, then it's not stuck to the nail and you're gonna have blurry ink transfer. Okay, so you see how it's stuck on there, like, again, like a decal. That's the effect that you want to have a successful transfer of this newspaper. Now, your next step is going to be to remove it, and you can always peek a little bit, and if you see what you like, then go ahead and peel it slowly and celebrate. All right, so there you have it. I have not added a top coat, so you can kind of see a little bit of that matte finish, but I'll show you a complete matte finish at the end of this video, so just hang in there. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this with some shiny top coat, but before we do that, you do want to clear obviously the skin of any of the transfer newspaper, and you can also use your brush as soaked in acetone, or you can just take alcohol and cleanse the nail. All right, so I'm using leaf gel top coat here, and this is for the shiny finish. Okay, I would do 2 coats of top coat because you don't want it to be able to rub off if your top coat does rub off. Your top coat in a gel system is usually the thinnest coat, so it can potentially wear off. So there you have it, newspaper nail art using gel polish. If you like this video, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, as next week I do have a nail art video again for you with 3 easy Japanese nail art designs. So make sure you hit the bell icon below so that you are notified when that is published. As always, have a merry start to the week, and we'll see you on the next one.